Every day, millions of people wake up to the same routine, dragging themselves out of bed, heading to a job they don't love, and counting down the hours until they can go home. But here's the shocking part: 67% of workers are disengaged at work, according to Gallup. That means they're not even emotionally connected to their jobs. So why do we stay stuck in careers that drain us? What if you could break free from the 9-to-5 grind and build a career that excites you every day? What if you could escape the feeling of being stuck and create a future that aligns with your passions and goals? In this video, we'll dive into why staying in a job that doesn't serve you is holding you back, how to know when it's time to leave, and most importantly, how to do it the right way. You'll discover surprising facts, strategies for overcoming fear, and tips on how to find your next level career. Stick around, because your next big move might be closer than you think. Chapter 1: The Great Escape. When it's time to break free, you wake up every day dreading the work ahead. You're tired, uninspired, and your energy feels drained before you even start the day. If this sounds familiar, it's possible that staying in your current job is doing more harm than good. According to a Gallup poll, 85% of employees worldwide are disengaged at work. That means most people aren't truly invested in their jobs, which can lead to burnout and poor mental health. But how do you know it's time to move on? The first clue is when your job feels more like a prison than a place of opportunity. You may be stuck in a role with no room for growth or development. When you stop learning or progressing, your motivation drops, and you start to feel like you're just marking time. Another sign is if you constantly feel frustrated with your boss or your work environment. In fact, a study by the Harvard Business Review found that toxic workplace cultures are a top reason employees leave their jobs. A big part of knowing when to leave is realizing your potential. You might have skills and ambitions that your current job doesn't allow you to express. If your job doesn't align with your personal goals or values, it's time for a change. Keep in mind that leaving isn't about running away, it's about running towards something better. Don't be afraid of the uncertainty, think of it as an opportunity for reinvention. Chapter 2: Ditch the 9-to-5 grind. Uncovering the myths of stability. The idea of job security is deeply ingrained in our culture. For years, people have been told to stay in a stable job, climb the corporate ladder, and retire with a comfortable pension. But is that still the best path? In today's fast-paced world, the 9-to-5 grind might be more of a trap than a sanctuary. Research by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that the average person now holds 12 jobs throughout their career. That's a sign of changing times, where job security no longer exists in the traditional sense. Instead of fearing change, we need to embrace the flexibility that the modern job market offers. More and more people are choosing to work on their terms, whether it's freelancing, consulting, or starting their own business. The truth is, staying in one job for too long can limit your earning potential and growth. A study from the U.S. National Bureau of Economic Research found that switching jobs can increase your salary by up to 10% annually. The corporate world is evolving, and staying in a job just for the paycheck is no longer the smart move. People who are willing to take risks and jump into new opportunities often find greater rewards. In fact, there's a growing trend of career changers who are leaving the traditional corporate world to start their own businesses or become digital nomads. According to Forbes, over 50% of workers say they want to quit their jobs to pursue more flexible, meaningful careers. The world has changed, and so should your mindset about what a stable career looks like. Chapter 3: Your Path, Your Terms. Crafting a plan to leave with confidence. The idea of quitting your job can be exciting, but the reality can be overwhelming. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of leaving, but without a plan, you could be setting yourself up for failure. That's why crafting a strategic exit plan is crucial. Start by evaluating your financial situation. How much money do you need to live on? Do you have enough savings to cover a few months of expenses while you transition into something new? Experts recommend having at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved up before quitting your job. This gives you breathing room and reduces the stress of financial uncertainty. Next, take time to research your options. The world is full of possibilities, but not all of them will be right for you. Whether you're thinking about going freelance, consulting, or launching your own startup, make sure to educate yourself. The more prepared you are, the less intimidating the process will feel. A big part of your plan should involve networking. Networking isn't just about meeting new people, it's about building relationships that can help you transition smoothly. A LinkedIn survey found that 85% of jobs are filled through networking, so it's vital to start connecting with people in the industry you want to enter. If you're considering freelancing or entrepreneurship, the right connections can open doors and provide valuable advice. Lastly, remember that your mental and emotional health are just as important as your financial stability. Before making any decisions, make sure you're mentally ready to make a change. It's okay to feel scared, but don't let fear hold you back. With the right planning and support system, you can leave your job with confidence and start a career that aligns with your passions. If you're finding these insights helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next chapters. Chapter 4, The Fear Factor, Conquering the Anxiety of Leaving the Comfort Zone. Leaving a job can feel terrifying. It's normal to have doubts, especially when you've built a life around your current career. But if you let fear dictate your decisions, you might miss out on opportunities that could transform your life. According to a study by the American Psychological Association, fear of change is one of the leading reasons people stay in unfulfilling jobs. One of the most common fears is financial insecurity. Many people are afraid they won't be able to make enough money if they leave their current job. However, studies show that people who leave their jobs for better opportunities often experience a pay increase. In fact, a report from the U.S. National Bureau of Economic Research reveals that job changers tend to earn up to 10% more annually than those who stay in the same position for too long. Another fear people face is the fear of failure. It's easy to convince yourself that you won't succeed outside your current job, especially if you've been there for years. But the truth is, growth happens outside your comfort zone. Author and motivational speaker Jim Rohn once said, "If you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary." The key is to reframe failure as part of the learning process, not a sign of defeat. To tackle fear, start by breaking your goal into smaller, manageable steps. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow. Begin by doing research, building your network, and learning new skills. By focusing on one step at a time, the process won't feel as overwhelming. And remember, every successful person has faced fear, they just didn't let it stop them. If you're enjoying the video so far, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. Chapter 5, The Power of Networking, Turning Your Contacts into Career Catalysts. Networking isn't just about collecting business cards or adding connections on LinkedIn. It's about building genuine relationships that can help you open doors to new opportunities. The truth is, nearly 80% of jobs are filled through personal connections, not through job postings, according to a study by Career Builder. This makes networking one of the most powerful tools when you're preparing to leave your current job. To start, think about the people you already know. Reach out to friends, family, and colleagues who might be able to offer advice or connect you with others in your desired industry. But don't stop there. Expand your circle by attending industry events, conferences, and online forums. These platforms are great for meeting people who can give you insights into the field you're entering. One important point to remember is that networking is a two-way street. It's not just about what others can do for you, it's also about what you can offer in return. If you want to build strong, lasting relationships, be willing to help others without expecting anything in return. People are more likely to support you when they feel like you're genuinely invested in their success too. Another key strategy is to create a personal brand. In today's world, people expect to find you online. Whether you're freelancing or looking for a new job, it's essential to maintain a professional online presence. This means keeping your LinkedIn profile updated, sharing industry-related content, and engaging with others in your field. By doing so, you'll build credibility and make it easier for others to find you. Chapter 6, The Next Level Career, Designing a Future Beyond the 9-to-5. Once you've quit your job and overcome the initial fear, it's time to think about what comes next. For many, the idea of a 9-to-5 job is limiting. The world is full of possibilities, and with the rise of remote work, freelancing, and digital entrepreneurship, there are more opportunities than ever to design a career that suits your lifestyle. A key trend in the workforce is the rise of freelancing. According to a report from Upwork, 36% of the U.S. workforce is now freelancing, and this number is expected to continue growing. Freelancing offers flexibility and control over your schedule, which is a huge draw for people looking to escape the traditional work structure. Plus, it can be highly lucrative. The same report found that 60% of freelancers earn more than they would in a traditional job. Another option is becoming a digital nomad. The global shift toward remote work means more people can work from anywhere in the world. According to a survey by MBO Partners, 10.9 million Americans consider themselves digital nomads, and that number is growing rapidly. The freedom to work while traveling or living in different cities is an appealing lifestyle for many who are tired of the office grind. starting your own business is also a powerful option. In fact, 2020 saw a significant increase in entrepreneurship, with over 4.4 million new businesses registered in the US, according to the US Census Bureau. While starting a business is risky, it can be incredibly rewarding. The key to success in entrepreneurship is to focus on solving a problem or providing value to others, rather than just chasing profits. As author and entrepreneur Tim Ferriss puts it, the goal is not to simply work harder, but to work smarter and in ways that align with your strengths. Whatever path you choose, the important thing is to design a career that excites you. Take time to reflect on your passions and strengths. What do you truly want to spend your time doing? This self-awareness will guide you to the next level of your career, beyond the traditional 9-to-5 structure. These chapters explore the emotional and practical side of leaving your job. By addressing fear, leveraging the power of networking, and embracing alternative career paths, you can take control of your professional life. Each strategy encourages viewers to think outside the box, face their fears, and pursue opportunities that align with their passions. The journey isn't easy, but it's worth it for a life of freedom, fulfillment, and success.